Hey everybody, how's it going? We decided to do a little bit of a project here in the shop, and we're going to make this little dog bowl here. I'm going to import an SVG file and edit it a little bit in Carbide Create, and then cut out this bowl using some various bits and a carving bit. And I figure, why don't we just go through it step by step and do it together. So why don't we? I'm going to save this first. And let's do a new file. And so first thing we're going to do is set up our stock. So I have a piece of hickory. It's about 825 thou. It's an odd thickness, but it is planed and flat on both sides, which is great. And it's a little over, the width doesn't really matter here, but it is about a 5-inch height. And so I'm homing in my lower left. I'm calling this, let's call this hardwood. Even though I'm using a millright, I'm selecting the Shipoko 3 here and an 1/8 inch retract height. So I'm working in inches, select millimeters if that's what you want. And so here we've got our stock piece set up. So first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and import a picture. And since I'm limited to the size of the stock that I have, I'm going to go ahead and scale this around to fit inside this the constraints of my stock here. And so first thing I'm going to do is you can see the picture comes in pretty big, and there's lots of detail here. And some of this we're just going to get rid of actually because the CNC tries to carve it. It comes out looking a little funky. So everything is already selected, so I'm going to hit the transform button, and I'm just going to go ahead and bring this down to some size. So 3.8 wide, 3.5 high. That should be pretty good to allow for some offsets. And so then I'm going to go ahead and just move this here-ish. And I'm going to get rid of some bits that I don't think I need. It's very, very busy when it tries to carve all this stuff. You know, to me, it's wasted movement. You can add or, you know, have as much detail as you like. But some of these small pieces here, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of. Some of these inside ones, it just starts looking very, very busy. So I'm going to make sure I'm only picking, very, very careful about what you pick so that you don't accidentally delete something that you want carved. So I'm going to keep that. I'm going to get rid of these little tiny guys here. And again, this is all mostly just, you know, personal preference. You keep what you want to keep. And I'm trying to be semi-symmetrical about this. I don't think I need that one either. And some of the little tiny guys up here. I don't think I need those. And there we go. So that's what I'm going to start with. So the next thing we need to do is sort of define what the inside lip of the box is going to be. So this is going to be carved on the bottom, obviously. And so there's a nice feature for offsetting. So if you click this outside, the outside or the outline, and then come to this offset tool, I'm going to go ahead and offset this by about 1/4 inch. Actually, I'm going to go a little bit bigger and maybe go 300 thou. And I'm setting this to the outside of that line, so apply there. So now we've got this outside line here. So that'll be this is the interior bottom of the bowl, the whole thing. So I want to go ahead and do one more offset. Same thing here, but I'm just going to come out 1/4 inch. And so this will be the very outside that I'll ultimately contour down. So now that we've got our basic shape, everything is already centered because we've done offsets. I'm going to go ahead and set up some toolpaths. So you can see this is going to go pretty quick. So the first thing I want to do is basically hog out the inside portion here. So I'm going to select the inside wall, go to toolpaths. I'm going to say pocket, and I'm going to be using a bowl bit for this that I've already set up. Down here, end mill, and it is a 3/4 inch bowl bit. Okay. I'm going to reduce my step over down to about 300 thou. I'm only going to go 50 thou per pass. It's hickory, you know, depending on what your machine can do, whatever. The speed is really slow. I'm actually going to bump this up to about 100 inches per minute. in my RPM, and not that it matters here, but I'm just for reference, I'm setting this at 18,000 RPM. I noticed with slower feed rates, like say around 40, 50, 60, you actually start burning the wood a little bit. You've got too much friction. And so I'm going to try bumping this up to a faster feed rate, and it'll hog out the bowl faster. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to starting depth to 0, because I'm going to 0 off the top of the stock. And I'm going to go down to 490 thou. So 10,000 above that half-inch depth, because I'm ultimately going to go down to a half-inch. And I'm going to go ahead, just for my own sanity, and name this. So I like doing this because when I'm exporting files out to run, it helps me. I put them all in a folder, and it helps me remember which order. So 1 bowl rough. So this is my roughing pass with my bowl bit. And okay. And now we're going to go ahead and keep that same line selected. And the reason why I didn't go all the way down to a half-inch is because we're going to use the same bit in the same process, but we're going to just knock off that last 10 thou with a smaller step over, and this will greatly reduce the amount of sanding. So in this case, our bowl bit's still the same. We're going to knock down to a 200 thou, and depth per pass is fine. I'm still going to do 100 inches per minute feed rate, and okay. And our starting depth at this point is that 490, and our final depth is that half-inch. So we're basically just taking off 10,000ths of an inch across the bottom, and this will make it much, much smoother, reduce a whole bunch of tool marks, and really helps to reduce sanding. So I'm going to go ahead and name this 2 bowl finish. So I've got 2 files set up there. Now the next thing we're going to do is carve. So I usually do my final contour pass to cut the thing out last. That's just, it's personal preference. I've seen folks do it where that's the first, and they leave their, leave their tabs, do whatever you want to do. That part doesn't really matter. So I'm going to go ahead and select everything on the inside here. And it didn't get everything, so. And I'm just making sure that the dog face is selected. I don't care about the outside lines at this point. So lots of people will go into a V-carve state. And that's, again, in this one, I'm cheating a little bit. So I'm going to be using an actual carving bit. And what I'm going to be doing is simulating basically a trace function of these lines. So instead of trying to create a V-carve effect where it's alternating the depths of the bit as it comes around the lines, I've done some playing around with this particular design, and I didn't like the way that looks. So I'm going to cheat, and I'm actually going to contour. So I'm going to select the contour here. I'm going to change my bit to this carving bit. And I'll show you what this bit looks like. But it's basically, I believe it's a 10-degree carving bit. So at the very, very end, it's about 30 thou of an inch. Maybe so it's like it's something tiny like a 32nd of an inch as it comes down to the point. And so I'm going to hit OK here, and I'm going to say depth per pass. I'm going to make this pretty shallow at just 25,000ths of an inch. My plunge and feed are just fine. Again, RPM doesn't really matter. I'm going to keep this all at 18,000. Okay. And my starting depth here is going to be the half-inch, right? Because I'm at the bottom of the bowl, and I'm only going to go 50 thou below that, right? So I'm basically going to be making 2 passes at 25 thou apiece to carve this thing out. And the second one is really, I don't want to take that big chunk all in one go. And the second pass will help get rid of any fuzzies. And I'm going to do this with no offset, so I'm going to do it right on the lines, each one of the lines going right over the top. And I'm going to call this 3 carve. And there we go. And then the last bit here is to cut out the whole piece. So I'm going to do another contour, but we're going to change our bit this time. I'm going to be selecting one of the stock ones out of their menu here. So if I look at their 205 end mill, I basically had the same thing. So I'm going to be cutting out with that. So it's an upcut end mill, and I'm going to be doing step over doesn't matter. Again, I'm just going to do 60 thou per pass because it's pretty dense, and it really doesn't in this case, save a whole bunch of time. So I'm going to go on the outside of the line this time. And I'm going to go ahead and create some tabs here because I'm going to be using clamps for this. I'm going to make my tabs a 1/4 inch. Okay. Oops. And we need to place the tabs. So I'm just going to place a couple around here. I'm going to be finishing this off with the excuse me, on the router table. So I'll be able to knock those down pretty easily. And I'm going to say for cutout. And if we go ahead and show the simulation on this, let's see how it looks. And so this is the nice thing. This is why you always use the preview, because I have forgotten to cut the thing all the way out. So before I go redo anything here, let's just take a look at the picture so you can see the carve. It's really just tracing that drawing, right? And so with this particular one, since I'm going to be applying some stain, it's really going to set off those lines a little bit because the stain will take darker in the carved lines. So it's really going to sort of set that carving off. And so why don't we go back and fix this? And I'm going to say use stock bottom and OK. And if we show this simulation one more time, and there we go. So now this is going to be the way I want. Now because I'm using a bull bit, obviously the corner here will be radiused to match the bull bit profile. It's not going to show it in the preview, but you know what's going to happen. So at this point, I'll go ahead and actually export these, and I'm gonna I export based on the tool I'm using, so I can export both of these together since it's both the same bit. It'll run it in the same job, so I'll say save G-code. I'm going to call this 1. Yep, replace that. And then I'll come back here and disable these two. And I will enable the carve, and I will export that to carve. Yeah, it's fine. I've got it named 90 degree, but it's I tried this once before and it didn't come out great. And then we'll go ahead and disable that, and we'll enable the cutout and save that G-code. And that'll be our third one. That's our cutout. And so now we can run it over the machine and cut it out. So here's the 3 bits we're going to be using. 3/4 inch bull bit for that first job. The carving bit. And the 1/4 inch upcut. It looks like part of the cutout video didn't go, but here's the finished product. Well, not finished, but complete off the CNC. Now it's just time for a little bit of cleanup and finish.